Hello and welcome back to my channel Style with Substance. Today I'm bringing to you my everyday makeup routine. So this is the makeup look that I wear to work, or if I'm just popping out to the shops or just doing something pretty casual. So here I am starting off with my Benefit Professional Primer and then going over that with my Sleek foundation. It's a liquid foundation and I will link below what shade I am in. But basically I just blend this in with my fingers, making sure to get it all around my face, under my eyes because my concealer will go over that, just to give me more coverage, right into my hairline, and then just really blending that out to the edges of my face, and making sure it's a nice matte finish. It's kind of got a red orangey undertone to it, but that works really well with my skin, especially once it sets, and it sets quite matte, which I do like. So I just bring that down to my neck as well, and then start with my concealer. So this is the Sleek Conceal and Correct palette. So I take the middle shade in that, which is like a creamy beige, and I take that under my eyes, and a little bit on top of my lids as well, just so that I've got a nice even base to put my eyeshadow on. So yeah, I just blend that right out to the sides of my face, making sure to get that up on my cheekbones as well, and then blending it out to make sure that there's no harsh demarcation or strong lines that kind of make me look a bit like Kim Kardashian on steroids. Then I take my Makeup Collection powder and my Real Techniques Expert Face Brush and just set my concealer under my eyes. I need a under the eye concealer setting brush for powder and a powder as well, so in the process of that, then I take my Wilko powder brush and just dust that same powder all over my face. Love this brush, you know, it's pretty much spreads across my entire face, so it's really good and it was really cheap. So now I'm taking my Essence, it's a lip liner pencil in brown, but I use it as an eyebrow pencil, and I just kind of take that to fill in my brows and start to make out a shape. I then take my Sleek brow kit and I blend that out or brush that out with the little brush, the mini brush that comes in the set, and just make it look slightly more natural and less harsh. I do like a very thin brow, but I probably at some point will try and grow mine out. But yeah, I try and bring those as close into the center as I can, and then I take the creamy sort of beigey grey colour that's in there and I put that underneath the brow line, just to define that and really make the brows sort of stand out a little bit more, and I use the mini angled brush that comes in that brow kit. So yeah, I take that under my brows, blend it out, take it to the edges as well just to get a nice point, and then I blend with my finger, just to make the hairs sort of not end so harshly in the middle. Then I take my Sleek contour kit and my Real Techniques Expert Face Brush, which I use for just about everything, and I start to contour, starting with my cheek area and then taking it up into my temples. Excuse the duck face, but you gotta do that to get your cheekbones showing. Yes, I think I used a bit too much powder here, and that's because the sun was annoyingly out, so I couldn't really see what I was doing that well. But don't worry, that's all going to be blended out a bit later on. So yeah, also just taking that to my forehead to make it appear somewhat smaller, as I was blessed with the Rihanna size that they make them in. But yeah, you know, good contour is good for that. It's also good for under your chin, just to make your jawline look really nice and chiseled and hide that Christmas weight that we're all trying to work off. Anybody else still struggling? I know I am. Living down the road from McDonald's does not help. Then I take my Sleek pressed powder in Wood Smoke, which I use as a bronzer, and I take that over my cheekbone contour, over the temples of my head, and just kind of blend that in, and it kind of just adds the warmth back into my face because that contour colour is quite dark, as I've mentioned in a previous video. And then I take the same contour kit, and I take my eyeshadow brush from Wilko, and I contour my nose just to get that nice and straight looking, get it nice and defined also, and just create well, I suppose finish off the look. So I take that up, like right under my brows, to the tip of my nose, and down the sides as well. And now my nose looks nice and straight and perfect, well, somewhat. Then I take that wood smoke colour again, and I brush that into my crease with my Wilko eyeshadow brush. Do the same on the other side, and I also make sure that I bring that down into the corner of my eye, just to create a nice almond shape. And then I also will bring that down to my lower lash line, just to kind of really finish off the look nicely. And I find that really complements the whole eye look well. Then I'm just taking this concealer from H&M, taking it down the bridge of my nose and just below my contour lines on my cheeks, and blending that out with my fingers. I do a lot of my makeup, my everyday makeup, with my fingers, just because I think it warms up the product a lot easier, and if I'm in a rush, it's just the quickest thing to do. You know, nobody's got time to be running around dampening, sort of blending beauty blenders and washing brushes and whatnot, so this is just a quick fix, and I think your fingers are the best tool, and they're free. So yeah, just blending out that concealer, which I'm kind of using as a highlight as well, and then just making sure that that is all perfect, and then I'm taking my Betty Luminizer highlight powder, and just adding that to the high points of my cheek and down the bridge of my nose over the concealer, to add a bit of shine. It looks a bit weird right now, but we will be blending that out, and I'm also taking it under my brow as well, just to highlight there. So I blend that in a bit more with my finger, and then I take my Wilko powder brush, more powder, and just blend all of that out so I don't look like a weird tribal lady. So I powder my whole face, try not to do over my eyeshadow as well, but just really to kind of make the look slightly less dramatic, but just to set it all and bring it all together. Then I take my Model Co mascara, which I'm still using just because I want to finish it. I will be looking at either the L'Oreal Telescopic as a replacement for this, or the Arbonne It's a Long Story mascara, or the Maybelline Full Slash Effect, but probably just for special occasions, because don't nobody need to look that turned up at work. Well, you could, but you know, there's nobody there to see you. So yeah, just taking that all over my top lashes, and then lining my eyes with the Essence Brown eyeliner pencil, doing the same to the other eye, and yeah, I quite like a brown eyeliner because I think black eyeliner is just a bit harsh, and well, not harsh, but you know, just not what I like for an everyday look. Water in my eyes, because anytime I put anything near my eyes, I just start crying. And then I am taking my Vital liquid eyeliner and just putting that at the bottom of my brows, just to define them even more and create a HD effect. I had to skip through some of that footage because the sun just kept rising and setting, wouldn't behave, so I had to change it over. And yeah, just taking that to the end as well, just to create a nice sharper effect. And I find that when your brows are really defined, you know, the rest of your makeup doesn't have to be crazy perfect. So then I'm taking my Vaseline Pink Jelly, putting that over my lips, just to counteract some of the dryness that the foundation might have created, and then taking out my hair. Don't watch my edges. I will be getting my hair relaxed soon, and you don't have to look at these pepper grains for too much longer. So now I am taking my Essence lip liner in Very Berry or Berry Merry. I'll link it below because I can't remember the name, and just lining the outer, lining the edges of my lips in preparation for my lipstick. And I do this on top of my Vaseline just because it just creates a bit more of a natural look. And then on goes my Essence lipstick in the colour Barely there, and that is all done. Hope you enjoyed this video. Decay Naked 2 palette. I'm really in love with this just because it's got the right mix of neutrals and sort of shimmery but darkish tones, yeah, it obviously comes very highly recommended. So